You're stuck because the safe version of you is a cage. I lived there after my brutal breakup in Hawaii. I moved 5,000 miles away from my friends, from my family, from everything that felt safe in my life. My girlfriend was supposed to follow in 3 months. Only instead, she broke up with me over text message. I was lost. I spiraled. After what was one of my biggest steps into my growth zone that I was really proud of, the cage sucked me back in. And there I was, sleepless, scrolling, unfocused, and ashamed, frankly. I realized that this may be hard to hear. But if you want to get unstuck, if you want to live the life you've always wanted, that person must die. But don't worry, not your body, your identity that clings to comfort, delay, and approval. Keep feeding it, and you're going to wake up in a year with the same tabs open and the same regrets. Look, I'm Jay, an award-winning coach trained in NLP, Neuro Trauma therapy, and mindset techniques. Today, I'm going to give you clean cuts to execute your old identity. Destroy the comfort cage, kill the planner, and silence fear of other people's opinions. Let me show you exactly how the old self survives and how we end it. This all clicked for me when I realized I wasn't lazy. I was trapped in a predictable sequence. Stress, scroll, shame, plan to change, but don't actually change. Repeat. It's a vicious cycle. Here's the shortcut nobody teaches you. Name your cage bars. What are your loop triggers? Are they apps, time slots? Are they rooms, people? For me, it was late night news, anything to just occupy my mind, mindless news, research tabs after 9 p.m., just research, not actually doing anything, and early morning scrolling in bed and really throughout my new morning routine that was supposed to get me out of this funk. Once you name the bars, you can break them. So let me show you exactly how you can break them. Do a 24-hour purge. It doesn't seem like much, but your body's going to fight back. Your brain will definitely fight back on this, but that's a good thing, all right? So this 24-hour purge, delete your top 3 dopamine apps for one day. Just see how it goes. Unfollow 10 comparison accounts that spike your shame when you're scrolling through social media. Put your phone in another room for a 2-hour window. Ideally, the first 2 hours of the day after you wake up, or maybe the last 2 before bed, both if you want to get crazy. I do this now all throughout the day whenever I want to focus, because your phone is just a distraction all the time. Look, you're not quitting forever, so don't scare yourself too much. You're just interrupting the loop long enough to regain the wheel for yourself. Most people, they mess up here, to be honest. They replace scrolling with a new planning addiction. Don't. All right, you need a 5-minute identity action. One imperfect move toward the thing that you've been avoiding. Send that email. Write that messy first paragraph. Book the consult that you've been putting off. Outline the offer that you're trying to set up in bullets. Get it done. Get it going. 5 minutes. Not perfect. Not later. Right now. And the goal is identity, not outcome. All right. After my breakup, I hid in the news and I hid in scrolling and I hid in all this other stuff. I hid in not action, but things that looked like action, such as planning. Gives you a small dopamine hit, but it gets you nowhere. It keeps you stuck. The shift started the day I purged, though. Then I spent 5 minutes drafting a free coaching offer to friends, to a few people I knew. Nothing fancy, not public, just a cut in the loop. Common mistakes that you'll make, if you're anything like me anyway, is you try to quit everything at once. I always try to do everything at once. I still have that habit. And then it drains you and you're done after day 2. Waiting for permission. We all wait for permission, even though we don't think that we do. Stop waiting for permission. Or the incredible learning more before you act. I do this all the time. I still catch myself doing this. You always have to learn more. It's just procrastination, y'all. You got to get moving. When it comes to change, it's really important to remember this because you will feel it. Agitation is a good sign. Within 24 hours, you're going to feel twitchy, probably annoyed. Your brain's addicted to something here and you're not getting it. That's your nervous system meeting the change. Pair it with a spark of agency. You just did something your old self wouldn't. So your week 1 challenge is simple. Streak 7 days of a single daily 5 to 10 minute identity action. Track wins, not time, and one line in a journal each day or each evening. Old me would have, but new me did. All right. Once you break the comfort loop, here's one thing I want you to know. A lot of people mess up here, actually. Breaking the loop is huge, but then people start worshiping the plan, and I'll explain how. Before we move on, you need to understand why your beautiful plans keep failing. The old self loves the how. It makes spreadsheets, color-coded calendars, and confuses detail, all this detail that you're creating with progress. The reason this hurts you is FOPO, fear of other people's opinions, hiding inside that plan. And FOPO, don't get me wrong, can affect you in other areas too, but the focus of this is on the plan. The plan is never ready. You never have to be judged. You never have to put yourself out there and worry about being judged by others. Looks busy, feels safe, feels like you're moving forward. You're not. It produces nothing. If the plan is never ready, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, even subconsciously, right? You may not be thinking that, but subconsciously, that's what's happening. The thing that most people miss is that confidence doesn't precede action. You're sitting there and waiting for something to change. You're waiting for permission. You're waiting for the confidence to take that step into your growth zone and out of your comfort zone. Confidence rarely precedes action. Action produces confidence. My confidence used to live in stores. I could sell, I could serve, I could lead, I could manage projects. But when I overplanned, I had 15 mind maps, 0 clients, nothing to show for it. Confidence shattered until I shipped a messy pilot session to one person, worked with them a little bit, and got real feedback. Not applause, data. So you've probably heard the 80-20 rule, the 80% rule. We're going to use that here as well. The 80% clarity rule. Start when you're 80% clear. We're always close to 80% clear, if not 90 or 95. It's that last little bit that keeps us stuck, keeps us planning, keeps us researching, that we have to wait for the confidence to get that last 5%, whatever it is. The last 20% only shows up in motion, in action. If you wait for complete certainty, if you wait for confidence, you're waiting for someone else's approval to go first. So let me show you exactly how to move. Use the 3-block starter. All right, 15 minutes total. Define the next win. One concrete outcome that you can ship today. For example, publish a beta offer post. Record a 60-second explainer. 2, do it messy. All right, 10 minutes of imperfect execution. No polish, no new tabs, no second guessing, no needing to learn more. Just do the damn thing. Take action. And 3, debrief fast. 2 sentences, what worked, what to change. Boom, you're done. And now you'll be better off the next time you do it. And now, again, here's where most people mess up. They build secret projects, binge more courses, or change goals midweek. Don't. Publish one small artifact in 24 hours, all right? Tell one person. Ask for one data point. Translate what will they think into what will I learn. A lot of people, I was even scared to tell my friends some of the shit I was doing, to be completely honest. That's how scared I was. That's how I feared their opinions even. Your friends are a lot more accepting than you think. At least the right ones are. Put it in front of a friend. Ask their opinion. Many of them, and you'll know the ones, will give you honest feedback without crushing your soul. Quick micro story. I had a program outlined sitting for months. Kept tweaking it, and it was never quite ready. I don't know what I expected to happen to it. But that's what we do. The day I posted a rough looking for 3 beta clients with simple bullet promises, like it wasn't flashy at all, I felt my stomach drop. Man, that's FOPO. That's comparison. That's just all that fear. But 2 replies came in. One said, no, nah, not right now. One said, let's have a talk. That single conversation. I'm not saying I sold a client or I built my entire business off of it or anything, but it gave me 3 changes that made my offer clear. And that gave me hope. My confidence rose because I earned evidence, not because I had a flawless plan. So your week 1 stack, remember the 3 things. Define the next win, like that concrete outcome. Do it messy and debrief fast, all right? So your week 1 stack, 3 shipping blocks of 15 minutes each. End each shipping block with a 2-sentence debrief. And remember, You've identified your thing and you're taking action, not just learning about it or brainstorming what you're going to do. 80% clarity, take action. All right. Once you nail that, everything else starts to click and fall into place, and you start taking more steps outside of your comfort zone and into your growth zone. You'll notice a binary future forming, right? In one, you're still planning, but in the other, in this new future, you're shipping small, you're learning fast, and you're feeling new because clarity is now a result, not a requirement. So cut 3 has a little to do with FOMO, but it's silence comparison. All right. I want you to silence comparison. It's FOPO, but shift to proof over praise. FOPO keeps you quiet, and comparison steals the joy to keep going. When these are always surfacing, when they're always top of mind, even if you don't know it, they stop you. They keep you stuck. The mistake that ruins everything for you is checking metrics and comparing with others to decide your worth. All right, so let's talk about quitting FOPO and building proof and quitting comparison. For 7 days, run an approval fast. No metric binges, no comment spirals, no comparison feeds. Hopefully, if you did that 24-hour thing before, you cut all the comparison accounts anyway. You don't need them. They're pointless for you to have. All right. Replace all this with daily progress proofs. All right. Build a proof board and post 3 receipts every day. Action taken, lessons learned, tiny result. Make it quick, make it easy. You don't want to make it another thing on your to-do list. You just want to be able to check it off. If you have a board, put it on a board, sheet of paper, whatever it is. Make it simple. Make it so simple you can't not do it. All right. Confidence comes from the evidence that you create, not the praise that you chase. After the breakup, shame amplified my FOPO. Honestly, it amplified my comparison. I was scrolling and I was seeing everyone's highlight reels, and it freaking crushed me. Like, why is everyone else having this great life? Why can't I do it? So yeah, I had shame for the breakup. I had comparison beating me down every day, and FOPO kept me stuck. Fear of what people thought about my breakup. And that bled into what they thought about what I was doing, saying, trying to accomplish in the wake of what was to me a tragedy. But as for FOPO and comparison, the moment that I swapped likes for receipts, I could start to feel that fog lift a little bit. I started feeling free, more free. I started moving forward again, off the treadmill and actually moving. And I started helping again and doing what to me I was passionate about. It brought me purpose. Guardrails definitely help, right? Like share process, not persona. Ask for feedback on work, not your worth, right? Important to separate those. Narrow your panel to 3 trusted voices who give you data, not drama. You know the ones. And that's a quick win, all right? Anxiety drops, focus starts to return, and you feel lighter, more like yourself before the overwhelm and stress and all this shit made you small. You're no longer hunting permission to do stuff. You're doing shit and you're stacking proof. So I want to talk about a 30-day transformation plan and a few safety notes. But look, I just want to say before that, this isn't an overnight thing, right? I'm not going to be that guru saying you're going to be fixed tomorrow morning. It took you a long time to get to this place. It's going to take you a little work to get out, but I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. And some of the steps that I went through to get out of it myself a couple of times, where I was honestly at rock bottom. And I'm telling you, this stuff seems simple. It works. I'm trying to keep it simple for you. All right. You can do this. So 30-day transformation plan and just a quick safety note. Sorry, a few technical difficulties there, but we're back. And here is your 30-day transformation action plan, your 30-day arc. All right. Week 1, daily 5-minute identity actions. Week 2, 3 shipping blocks. Week 3, approval, fast plus proof board. And week 4, refine based on data. All right. Again, keeping it simple, just add 1 more stack a week. This should not take you long. And if anything, you're going to have more time in your day because you're going to be more focused, less distracted, starting to feel good about taking action. You're going to feel good by the end of this 30-day plan. Expect rising confidence, less stress, more focus, and to move from your comfort zone to your growth zone more and more. And look, I just want to throw this out there. If you're dealing with major depression or clinical depression or very bad trauma, these things can still help, but definitely, pair these tools with licensed care. There's no shame in getting help. I've done it. I have gotten help many times in my life through coaching, through therapy, anything. There is no shame. All right. You can always reach out to me too, and I'll help in any way I can. Compassion first, progress next. You got to get good. All right. Okay. So the takeaway here, in conclusion to all this stuff, is simple. Action cuts the old self. All right. Evidence builds the new. So if this hits home, just apply one cut today. Start small. Purge, ship, or stack proof. Then subscribe and catch the upcoming videos where we're going to keep diving into what's keeping you small, what's keeping you confined and stuck in this cage. We're going to break you out of it. What's keeping you stressed. We want to get you out of it into living with passion and purpose again. All right. That's the goal of this channel. That's what we're going to do. So do the 30-day plan. Definitely throw in the comments what's working, what's not, what you're going to do. I'd love to see some people doing this 30-day plan. Doesn't take much, but the results are going to be amazing. All right. So by the end of this year, we'll have a full system in YouTube, man. We're going to have so much awesome information out there for you. So get you out of stuckness, whatever's causing it, and into purpose and living your life once again. I appreciate you and hope you have a great day.